We got the AI to analyze the biblical text. The results may be relevant and surprising. Hello, this is Chart GPT today. Yeah, I thought this is Sunday. Got a little bit of a Sunday thoughts here to see what's going on in terms of what the AI can do. Remember, the AI is a large language model that can actually analyze the text to see what kind of notions that are going on, regardless of whether it's true or false. Whether you believe in it or not is another issue. The question is just looking at purely the text, not using external sources, people's opinion, just looking at purely the textual versions of the Bible to see what's really in it. Now, a lot of people say, what is in it? Well, here's one person, and of course we don't know this person. We're just kind of using it as an example, and it's kind of similar. There's people that's analyzed it. As J. Barton Payne analyzed it and said that the Bible was 26.8% prophetic. Of course, there's a lot of history, a lot of instructional things. So we actually took that. Of course, this guy here believes it's 100% prophetic. Of course, that's his opinion, and maybe it's true, maybe it's not. That's not the point. And again, we don't endorse or not really. No, this is just what he must have a good SEO to get us to come up on the Google. But there's other people that say the same. About 30% is a very common number about prophecy. So what we did is we took the AI and we took purely looking at the biblical text, no other articles, no other opinions, analyzing it on a chapter by chapter basis and breaking it out in 3 basic categories using just purely the language model. And 41% of the Bible, according to this AI, ChatGPT, is history. 33% is philosophy, instructional, obviously like the 10 Commandments, etc., etc. And then 25% is prophecy. So that's not too far from what this gentleman predicted in the previous chart there. But then we thought, well, this is chapter by chapter. Let's take a look a little bit more detail on a verse by verse basis. It's pretty much the same. And again, this is purely looking at the language model here. 42% history, 33%, 25% prophecy. That being said, there's a lot of people who believe that there's a duality in prophecy, meaning, for example, the Olivet Discourse by Jesus in Matthew describes the tribulation of Israel in the destruction of the temple in 70 AD, but it also was a type of the Great Tribulation was yet to come in Revelation. So sometimes history and prophecies may have a dual meaning, and it may be describing a historical event, but it's a type of what is future to come. And of course, that's very common in the Bible. That's just one example. So then we asked the AI, says, well, do a little bit more research on a verse-by-verse basis and say, well, are there any historical stories that are not just pure history, but would have prophetic duality? Again, using that large language model, LLM, we ask it, and what it comes out to be that as much as 12.5% of the historical stories could have a prophetic event. So that's 37.5% of the Bible is prophecy. I found that kind of amazing, kind of surprising that it's that high. I mean, if the Bible is really 37% prophecy, almost you get close to 40%, do people really even understand what it says? If people believe in the Bible, you would think that they would want to understand. So that's kind of surprising. And you might think, well, is it relevant or not? Well, if you don't believe in the Bible, that's not understandable. But what's really important is maybe you don't believe in the Bible, but others do, and they may have effect on your lives. So, but here's a chart that about 25% of the people in America believe it's literal and should be taken. So that 37% prophecy is quite amazing when you think about it. Other things it's just metaphoric, inspired, etc., not to be taken. So it's an interesting discourse that's relevant because again, you live in that world that they believe in. So you may be curious to know what they believe. So you might want to dig into it deeper. Again, we're not trying to suggest you believe it or not believe it. We're just kind of looking at purely from an analytical point of view from the AI. Of course, the bigger question is prophecy fulfilled. Some people think that the Bible only 90% of the prophecies have yet to be fulfilled. Oh dear. In the meantime, take our online poll. How much of prophecy has been fulfilled in the Bible, if you do believe it at all? Follow the post link in the description box. Now don't forget to subscribe.